races to go in the JM Transport Clash Series, and we return to racing here at Talladega Super Speedway, where tonight begins round number 2 of the championship chase for the trophy at the end of the season. We are down to 8 drivers that have a chance to win this championship, and, well, needless to say, they are going to need luck on their side tonight as we welcome you in to Talladega Super Speedway in the running of the CopBlue.com 212, again at the biggest super speedway in all of America, this 2.66 mile track. 74 degrees outside right now, track temp at about 93. That's really not going to matter. What's going to matter is the temperature behind the engine and inside the minds of these drivers as they get out here and race for 80 laps this evening. Again, race number 1, round number 2 of this championship chase. It is going to be a wild race this evening. And as I mentioned tonight, this is the CopBlue.com 212. And, of course, CopBlue sponsoring the Pole Award also. We'll give that away here in just less than 5 minutes. But a big shout out to CopBlue for jumping on board tonight. There'll be a little bonus winnings tonight for the winner of the race. So a lot in stake tonight, not only a spot potentially in the championship for 2 weeks from now, but a nice little prize for the winner tonight thanks to CopBlue. So that is going to be one of many things we could see tonight that could be interesting. All right, let's look at the point standings as we go into the final 2 races before we get to that championship 4. And, of course, brought to you by Wise Choice Contracting, of course, out of St. Louis, Missouri. And Wise Guy iRacing Graphics. So make sure you check out that awesome paint scheme. We'll have to show you Scott Wise's scheme tonight. Might look very familiar if you're a Dale Earnhardt fan. Just going to put that out there right now. Yeah, definitely. All right, point standings going into tonight. This is exactly how it looks from last week. The Sweet 16, that was how they finished up. Moves over to the Elite 8 tonight. There's your 8 drivers. Tommy Ryan, Elliot Henderson, Avery Wilson, Guy Snyder, Casey Duncan, David Evans, Max Williams, Ryan Nicoletta. Those are the 8 guys that will be going for the championship when it is all over this evening. And as you see, lap times already starting to go up on the board. So we are going to see some fast laps out here, some fast times, and we'll see here after the throwaway lap who is going to be running where this evening. But definitely going to be in store for some great racing tonight here at Talladega Super Speedway. If you never watched a lap here at Talladega, you are in for a wild race. It's going to be a pack of, 30-plus cars out here running together on track. And, well, we'll just have to see what is in store for us this evening when it is all said and done. See Guy Snyder right now on the pole. Scott Wise, all 53-second laps. There's Danny Rogers. The 9 jumps up there. All these guys completing first laps here in qualifying. You see them up here in this high lane. Those are the guys that are out there running the throwaway lap that'll get you set up for the bottom. Avery Wilson to the top. Tommy Ryan going to be second. 53.46 for Avery and a 53.48 for Tommy, who's usually really fast on these what we'll call plate tracks this evening. There you see Tommy Ryan wrapping up his lap, and Jeff Ryan goes to the pole, 53.44. And that is going to pretty much do it, I think, for qualifying. Jeff Ryan As just looking to see here. Yep, that is going to wrap up qualifying for the race here. And congratulations going out to Jeff Ryan, who is going to win the Cop Blue Pole Award. There you go. Thanks to Cop Blue for the sponsorship, of course, of tonight's Cop Blue 212. But Tommy Ryan going to be the pole sitter for this race tonight. Now, there is a warm-up session. Let's see here, because there was going to be a heat race, just in case we had more than 35 cars they prepared for. We didn't get it. So there's going to be a little slight warm-up here in this race, and this is going to give me a chance, actually. I'm going to go pull up Jeff Ryan here, who's going to be the pole sitter tonight. Some could call it an upset, but I'm not going to call it one. Jeff's a good driver with Unacceptable Motorsports, except he's not in this team speak, so I'm not going to be able to speak with him. But, yeah, the warm-up will not take long here. Usually it's just enough time for these guys to spot their pit stops or pit stalls for tonight and then go from there. So that's literally what they're going to do here. So, congratulations, Jeff Ryan, the CopBlue.com pole award winner for tonight here at Talladega Super Speedway. So what to expect tonight at Talladega Super Speedway? I think you're going to see a lot of drafting. I think you're going to see the top 8 being very careful. I think you're going to see comers and goers. I think if the pack gets wild, you might see some of those guys go to the back. Some of those that are running for this championship. I think they're going to have to be very careful here this evening when it is all said and done. There you go, everybody gridding right now, and as they do grid, let's show off the starting lineup for the race here, and you'll see the top of the grid right up there where they are starting in tonight's race, and what kind of car they are driving. You see Chevrolets all there in the top, 6, 7 positions here, all Chevys, I believe. I know there's people in Fords and stuff, I believe. Yeah, there's a Ford. So the top 9, all Chevrolet drivers for tonight's race. Austin Hill, the first Toyota, making an appearance again tonight. 70% fuel here on the super speedways tonight. And usually you can go about 35 to 40 laps, I would say, on a tank of fuel. So look for tonight potentially, I would say, doing the math here, 30 laps maybe? 25, 30 laps on a tank of fuel this evening. As the guys roll off. Looks like 35 cars. Well, Brian Rainville did not grid, so 34 cars. Actually, no, the 34th car didn't grid either, I don't think. Did Jacob Manning grid? Or Corbin Simmons? They did grid. So actually, let me update something here really quickly. I just want to make sure all the cars are spotted. So forgive me for a second. I was not trying to get my car set up, sorry. Just trying to fix something here. Forgive me. All right. Look at that. The number 3 Dale Earnhardt Goodrich Chevrolet, driven by Jeff Ryan, will be on the pole this evening. On his outside is DJ Beverly. And tonight, 3 races to go. 2 drivers at the most can lock their way in with a victory. 1 can do it tonight if they're able to win, but of course they have 34 other Xfinity or Clash cars, as they call it here, can lock their way into the grid. As the pace car going to pull off and put it in the hands of Jeff Ryan. His brother Tommy right there outside, row number 2, DJ Beverly, Avery Wilson, Ryan Nicoletta, all your top 5. 80 laps, 212 miles around this 2.66 mile monster of a super speedway that was originally called the Alabama International Raceway. We know it as Talladega, and here we go. See Jason Branch already moving to the bottom of the field. He's going to go to the back. Meanwhile, just pushing along here, seeing who can get to the front. The 3 and the 18 going to be the first 2. It looked like the clear with Jeff Ryan. You see Roger Rios Matias up there on the high side. He is going to say bye. I'm going to the back. As they come through the tri-oval for the first time, lap number 1 going to go DJ Beverly's way, the 01. He's got help from his teammate Tommy Ryan there. On the outside, you got the 91 of Mark Allen there. Also, Ryan Nicoletta, Scott Wise, Guy Snyder, amongst others. You see Scott Wise up there in that 31 car. That is the 2000 paint scheme from Dale Earnhardt, the final win of his career with the scuff marks and everything on it. A pretty cool looking paint scheme. When if we get a view of his right side, you'll see the big long streak on the right side of his car from when he passes Junior and Mike Skinner, I believe it was, down on the inside lane there. He gets big contact. I couldn't remember exactly who it was. Everybody racing pretty calmly right now, just 2 wide throughout the pack. Casey Duncan back there on the outside behind the 03 car. And 2 laps in the books. So Brian Rainville did not grid, so we only have 34 cars on the grid this evening. Jason Kratke, the last car actually out of the pack right now. So 34 or 33 up 34 cars as Tommy Ryan goes to the front, leading in this pack. If you're a viewer on here and you want to chat a little bit, you can do so. I do like to talk with my viewers. You can see my screen right over on the left-hand side. Everything seems to be going pretty smooth, so appreciate you guys watching us tonight. As we go by lap number 3, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Casey Duncan, already some rear end damage there on that 17. Not sure what happened. Looks like somebody just punched him or something. Definitely not the prettiest looking car, I would say, in that rear. On board, Ryan Nicoletta. See how these cars just move in the draft? Got to be patient with it. Car gets very light down there in that bottom because it's actually less banked. As then the main part of the tri-oval, there's a 3 wide back here mid-pack. Back here near Austin Hill in the 16, which is actually the 24 car on the screen, so don't be confused by that. Looks like everybody being pretty calm right now. Stages tonight, lap 25 and lap 50. We'll keep you up to date on that. So at the end of the stages, we'll stay green unless the caution's out at that point. And we will give bonus points from 10 down to 1 to the top 10 finishers of each stage. As Tommy Ryan, DJ Beverly, it's an Unacceptable Motorsports top 3 with Scott Wise up there in the 4th position. Tommy leading another lap. All about just being patient, being careful of the bumper hook. You do not want to see that out there. Always the fun part about restrictor plate races. I can see the whole entire pack on the screen. I can look around and see if I'm seeing anything and going from there. Kind of weird seeing two Goodwrench cars next to each other running 4 position. Oh, I thought I saw some contact up there near Austin Hill. It looked like in the back there, 22nd. He and his crew member, Ron Schutte, there running with each other, it looks like. Probably organized. Cars kind of spreading out a little bit. Giving each other some room. Again, a little warm temperatures. You got to be careful not to overheat these motors. You get them blinking, that could be all sorts of trouble. One car up there in the high line all by itself. I'm still learning names out here, else I'd tell you who that is up there. Still learning sponsorships and stuff like that as DJ Beverly's going to go back to the front. That is the 03 car, Kenny McCullough. He's bailing out of this and said, I'm going to the back. If you've never watched a race here at Talladega Super Speedway or Daytona, this is the racing you get because basically, contact back there. Danny Rogers had to save it. And he's down on the apron right now. And he is going to fall way back here in very classy move on his part and even the field's part to let him get back up on the track, but two, to not just jump back on the track. That was UGLY. And Danny might lose the pack from it. Let's see if I can go find what happened really quickly with Danny. So many things happening. My timing thingy over here where I go off of like what events have happened just goes nuts because everybody's passing everybody. And every time there is a pass, like that right there is the moment. Like, it was definitely back about mid-pack. So let's go right here. Should be about right here. Watch that 9 car back there. Oh, he gets bumped the wrong way there. And I'm trying to see who that car is right there. That black car in the picture there. That is the 813, I think, or the 873, Travis Martineau. Looks like just kind of bumped him the wrong way, and he had to go saving it. And the good news, looks like the 9 able to hold on to the pack, so that was close. I say it's pretty calm, but then you got the 5 up there at the top of the groove there, Roger Rios Matias. He's got the 03 of Travis McCullough there with him. He's trying to get that high line rolling. Scott Wise starting to come up there. Highline starting to come to work here. It's getting organized. Ooh, almost some contact there with the 873 and the 03. We are 10 laps in the books already here at Talladega Super Speedway, the copblue.com 212. Oh, one car jumping out of line. Not sure if there was contact there. And I think Scott Wise led that lap on the way by. I'm sorry, I did not get the opportunity to switch around my car cameras yet for these Clash cars. So hopefully by next week's race at the Iowa Speedway. Ah, don't do that to me. Get off my screen. You're screwing things up for me. Sorry about this, guys. As they're 3 and 4 wide back here in the mid-pack. Plenty of room for it. Yeah, you're really 4 wide, whoever just said that. Yikes! And Justin Gann jumps to the bottom onto the apron. My timing and scoring is going nuts. That's why you're seeing this, guys. I apologize for that. You might see it for a couple more seconds. I get timing and scoring loaded back up here for a second, so apologies for that. As that time by Scott Wise on that high side, leading more as they're still 3 wide here. Got to be very careful how you switch lanes here with Mark McCullough up there. You got the 5. Now Tommy Ryan with help from Mark Allen. I do not like this. As we can complete lap 14. There we go. I think everything's smoothing out now. I say that right on that cue. Might be making a couple adjustments here for a second. Should start to smooth out here in just a second. Apologies for that. There we go. As we'll complete lap number 14 here. Again, 25 laps going to make up stage number 1. We're 10 laps to go right now. Now, what has been a wild race. Now, the one other time these cars were on a restrictor plate race was Daytona earlier this season. I will not mention who won that race on purpose. But I'll let you put 2 and 2 together and figure it out. All right, there's one other way to fix this real quickly, so stand by. This is just what is called I need a new jump drive, and I ain't got, or a new drive yet, and I ain't got one yet. So forgive me. So Tommy Ryan still leading with Mark Allen. All right, we'll make another adjustment. That should definitely solve it. I made a pretty big adjustment there on that screen. That should make that work out now. Basically what is, I have an older computer and GPU and stuff like that, and I'm actually working on saving money to get me a brand new one here in the very near future. Once I do, everything's going to be up and running smooth again. As Mark Allen goes to the lead now with help from Donald Stewart in that 10 car, the Remington number 10 going to P2 for a second there. Only blinking out up there. 19 laps in the books here at Talladega Super Speedway, thecopblue.com 212. Oh, the 3 car out of shape. Jeff Ryan, he's able to save it. Gets a bad bump from the 873 of Martineau. Nice catch by Tommy there. Tommy Ryan leads. Let's pretty much, you're seeing right now, all 34 cars are in the lead pack right now. Brian Rainville did not start the race, unfortunately. But the rest of these cars up here in this lead pack, which is some amazing racing. Last night you watched some fantastic truck racing at Darlington, and tonight you're getting to see great pack racing here at Talladega. Right here in the middle of the pack here. This is Tom Coring we're on board with. The Canadian driver. Probably wondering what the heck he got himself into. So 4 laps before the end of stage 1. Crucial to see where we will see these Elite 8 drivers. Tommy Ryan, one of them right there leading this lap. So who is going to get what stage points and who's going to put their car in a spot that could be dangerous? And up there, Elliot Henderson, the winner from the last 2 chase races with help from Austin Hill going to the lead. Austin with help from teammate Justin Gann up there in the 30 car. And yes, for those watching, that is the NASCAR driver, Austin Hill, the Gander Outdoors and RV's Truck Series driver. In that Serv Pro number 16 that you're seeing up there in the front. Look at this mess. This is what happens when you got drivers going after bonus points for a stage. Down to 2x2. Mark Allen looking underneath Tommy Ryan. He's thinking about it. Fantastic. 2 laps to go in the stage. It's like the finish of the race here. And Austin leads that lap. Look on the bottom side, Casey Duncan coming in. He's another chase driver, bringing the inside train with him. Elliot Henderson with him. Oh, contact. Danny Rogers goes spinning. Contact off Jeff Rise. That's going to bring the caution out. Casey Duncan's leading, and you are going to see Duncan win stage 1, but caution is out. Danny Rogers has crashed off turn 4. Let's watch out for the pace car. Let's go see what happened here that brought the caution out. It's already transpiring, but I can, with the power of backing it up, can show you what just happened. Jeff Ryan was on his inside here. We're going to slow it down and let you watch it. Right here, the 3-car kind of comes up a little bit, and Danny's down just about a half a groove, makes contact, goes to save it, gets into the 62, and they go spinning. Add the 5 to the list of Roger Rios. Schuty's going sliding through. And they are heading straight for the wall. Schuty about takes the cone with it. Roger clobbers the wall. Danny has no front end, and then the 62 just goes for that spin down the pit road here, and that's going to bring the caution out. And let's on board with Schuty. There's the contact right in front of him. He gets a little contact. Continues on. So Casey Duncan officially wins stage 1. So there are no lucky dogs, but this caution brought to you by Superior Templating. So Superior Templating is sponsor of the cautions, of course, in the series. But again, there was not a Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog Award. So the question now is pit stops here. We probably will see them this time by. And before they do come to pit road, I am actually we'll do a couple things here. And according to the admins, they are going to call it a racing deal for now. They're going to review it after the race, pretty much, is what that means. So basically what you're going to see here, I'm going to explain the ticker real quickly because it can easily be confused. By the way, you'll notice the pit stop thing is working now. So Ron Schutte coming to pit road here. The way the ticker is working tonight, because my computer is kind of maxing out right there at the 35 cars, I've turned the cars down to 30. So you're going to notice the last 5 cars are out on the screen. That is not the case. They are really out here racing. Well, actually, no, right now they're showing them all. But basically, when I focus on the leader, you will notice that the bottom 5 cars are going to say out. They are not out of the race. I will keep you up to date with who is really out. Brian Rainville is the only car that did not start the race. So like Schutte, Snyder, Moore, McCullough, they are not out of the race, though it says out. So I did that just so that there's no car blinking issues and stuff. And hopefully here in the near future, I'll have a new gaming card and some updated stuff on my computer, and we'll really make these broadcasts fly. But right now, we got what we got, and I want to make it the best possible. So, but yeah, I had a lot of guys complimenting the racing out here, which I have to say some fantastic racing in the pack. Seeing all these cars go 2, 3, and even 4 wide at one point and not have a single issue out here is awesome. So we are going to see pit stops here really quickly because some of these cars, with this being the first caution, there was no lucky dog. Excuse me for a second. Sorry. You're going to see these cars pretty much take the green and come to pit road because the pits were closed after 1 lap because it's a quickie yellow. So you got 4X teammates, Austin Hill, Casey Duncan, your top 2, and then Jeremy Brooks and Scott Wise up there in the top 4. Elliot Henderson, Donald Stewart, Tommy Ryan, Mark Allen, Jeff Ryan, DJ Beverly, Tom Curring, and Anthony Keys going to be your top 12 drivers here. Once we get the green flag, we'll see what all transpires here. Lap number 27 of this race. And again, stage number 2 will be at lap number 50. Austin Hill in that outside line starting to get a little bit of a run there with help from Scott Wise. Or I'm sorry, from Jeremy Brooks, I should say. Wise down there on the bottom with the 03 of McCullough. And look at that outside line. The Ryan brothers starting to form up there. And the outside line, that is going to hook this outside up. Oh, Jeremy Brooks, hold on there, young man. Took a bump from the 10, and that car was out of shape. Austin Hill going to go to the front with help from Elliot Henderson, and here comes Henderson to the outside. He's got help from Anthony Keys. Austin trying to pick up his teammate in the 17 there, Casey Duncan, an owner. And I think this is where you're going to see pit stops coming. I heard one car call out pit road, and I think that was Scott Wise we heard. Oh, trouble in the back. The 873 gets turned. That's going to bring the caution out. Travis Martineau has gone around with help. Justin Gans involved. Not sure what happened there. Just a hook, it looked like. Let's see what transpired here. I think John Finley might be involved. As I mentioned, Justin Gans involved. But it's all going to start. Travis Martineau gets turned. I don't know if he... Right there. Who is that car? The 01, DJ Beverly turned him. The 46 is in it. 30 gets a piece. Oh, who's that car to come flying in there? John Finley. And then the 61 comes in there and hits him. Get you another view of this. Let's go to the 01 of Beverly, where he is. There he is. DJ Beverly, let's go on board with him. And let's see this. 873 crosses lanes there, and he comes back up. And then bam. 01's just down on power and stuff. You see the wreck happening behind him there. Let's go live because we do have pit stops here. The leader's coming to pit road right now. Trying to get to him. I said live. Let's go. Thank you. Leaders on pit road here, and Avery Wilson's going to win the race off pit road with a short pit stop. And I'm trying to get the right camera here, but my leader's not cooperating with me right now. Go figure. Thank you. So DJ Beverly's still sitting on pit road right now, so looks like he used his reset. They do get one reset in the series. Not in the series, but actually on the restrictor plate tracks, they get a reset. Oh. So the 873 of Martinell is going to end up getting penalized, but he has actually left the race himself and taken his car behind the wall. That's going to allow me to make another adjustment here, so stand by. So now it leaves us 31 cars on track. And now we'll be able to see everybody on the ticker. You'll see some more cars coming to pit road here in the back. Andrew Moore, Corbin Sibbins, Max Williams, Guy Snyder, all these guys on pit road. And this should set them up to where they can make it to the end of stage number 2. So viewers, what do you think of the race so far? Are you guys enjoying it? Give me your thoughts here. Yeah, I appreciate everybody watching us. And once again, nobody got the Superior Fuels Lucky Dog Award because no one was a lap down at that moment. But I should say real quickly, this is another Superior templating caution. Superior Templating, sponsor of all the caution flags, and Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog Award. I keep getting them too mixed up. I got to work on that one. But Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog. Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog. Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog. I'm going to say it like 10 times to get it right. Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog. They're even correcting me in chat. Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog. I said it like 10 times. Think I get it now, right? All right, going to come back to the green with Jordan Berry now up in the front in his 51 car. With Elliot Henderson, actually Henderson's going to take the green in the lead. Then Jordan Berry, Avery Wilson, Donald Stewart, Anthony Key is going to be your top 5 here at Talladega. We wrap up caution number 2. You're going to see something on my screen for a second, sorry. What's this? Oh, yeah, get off my screen. And you see Avery Wilson down there at 18. Jordan Berry going to jump out of the way as he's got some blinking issues going on in that 51 car. You see the 10 up there on the outside of Donald Stewart. He is pushing the 18 to the front. Tommy Ryan up there on that outside with Mark Allen. You got the 46 also there in line. As Henderson leads this thing as we got 16 laps before the end of stage number 2. You see Jeff Ryan down there in that number 3 car. The 54, Jason Kratke is down there also. How about Jason Branch up there in this picture too in that 91 or in that 22 car? And 3 wide for the lead as Avery Wilson lines up that high line. The 14, Anthony Keys on the bottom, going to go to the front, going to bring Jeff Ryan with him. So the Ryans kind of got the middle pack in a sandwich. And you know me, I like me a sandwich. Except for a wish sandwich. I don't like wish sandwiches. And, oh, I thought they were 4 for a second. And up the middle, Elliot Henderson with help from Donald Stewart going to go to the lead. Oh, be careful, 46 there in the middle. Tom Curring. Ooh, he got down there on that 30, or on that 3. 31 there, 2 cars behind him. Scott Wise. Casey Duncan up there, stage 1 winner there in the middle. You got the 01, DJ Beverly. He's used his reset, and he's trying to work his way up through the field now as he is a lap down right now officially, back in the 32nd position. And don't worry, that is not your computer, it's mine. That outside line starting to go backwards. Oh, Tommy Ryan almost went 4 wide with Avery. He got out of the gas. Smart move on his part. As Anthony Keys leads Donald Stewart. Elliot Henderson up here in the top. Somebody's going to the back. That's Kratke. Jason Kratke in the 54 said, I'm out of here. I see how this ends usually. Oh, almost called. Donald Stewart had to get out of there. That was close. Every lap that gets completed out here is another lap closer and another, you could say, click brought up in the intensity meter. As next lap will be halfway in this CopBlue.com 212 here at Talladega Super Speedway. Unscheduled pit stop for Chris White in his 61. He is on pit road there. You'll see on the timer on the bottom there. Basically, if you've never seen this timer down at the bottom, which now just went by, so I wonder if Chris just went behind the wall maybe. Oh, did I hear trouble? Oh, back here in the back, DJ Beverly. Ron Schute's involved. And my computer's going nuts again. And this is the third caution. Don't mind the caution up there. Unfortunately, it's going to do that now because I've had to reset the program a couple times. And caution is out. All right, I'm going to have to make some adjustments. Stand by for a second, guys. See if I can get a replay. Of what just transpired there. What's going to happen here mid? Oh, right there. Schutte gets into Beverly. Beverly up into the 47. And that's when my computer goes nuts. So we'll just get out of there. All right, so the leader's going to come to pit road. And hopefully I've fixed the issue. So I apologize again for the blinking. It's just pretty much my computer stuff is at its limits. And I've tried to open up the limits as much as I've had, especially with the issues I had recently. And going to continue to work on that. But pit stops right now for the leaders. Elliot Henderson. Pretty much fuel only. Everybody going to top it off and leave. The 14 going to come out and win the race on pit road of Anthony Keys. But a lot of cars staying out here as we get towards the end of stage number 2. Tommy Ryan, Scott Wise. So it looks like 31 of the 35 cars that started, or 34 cars that started the race have started. Are you talking to me? Because I'm not seeing anything in chat. Let's see. Oh, wow. I've got a lot of chat going on here. It's not showing anything in chat, and then I just made an adjustment, and bam. Ryan Branshaw saying a whole lot of stuff. Anthony Hanley. Darth Plagueis watching. I see April asking, is it possible to make the font larger on the screen? I can. The thing is, I just don't want to... I don't want to take up more room, I guess, would be the better way to put it. I want the racing to be the focus and stuff, and I assume you're talking about what's on the left side of the screen now, which, again, ignore the caution now, because with me having to reset the ticker a couple times, it's not up to date with cautions. This is actually only the third this is the third caution of the night here, lap 42. I can't wreck you. Well, I can't block you. Would that be a wreck? But I do appreciate your patience, though. It's something that I've been working on. All the leagues I've worked with have been patient with me. This is really the first time I've had the issue here, but this is also the first time I think we've had 35 cars at Talladega on a race, so I've had to make the adjustments to make everything run smoothly here, and for the most part it has. Well, we will get the green flag. Tommy Ryan, Scott Wise, Roger Rios, Matias back up here in the top 5 after he was involved in a wreck earlier. Mark Allen, Anthony Keys. As we wrap up the caution here real quickly. These quickie yellows all coming into play here. Now as we get closer to the end, the intensity's picking up. Of course, another superior templating caution that came out right there. And I did not see... I'm assuming it was... well, no, Beverly was in the wreck, so we probably did not have a Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog Award. So, Beverly was in the wreck. Chris White was on pit road, I believe. So, no Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog Award. And I should mention with the Comp Blue .com 212 here at Talladega Super Speedway. And I should mention, I want to get this out of the way, DXP sponsoring of the Frontman Award, also the sponsor of the stage winners. Earlier, DXP Enterprises, and the stage 1 winner was actually the 17 car of Casey Duncan, who is going to win the second stage for the DXP Enterprises stage winner. We're going to find out here in about 7 laps or so. Is the green flag going to come out with Tommy Ryan up in the front with that is the 31 of Scott Wise, who did not get a good restart with his teammate Roger Rios Matias there. But Tommy's going to go right up to the high side. He's going to get stuck in the hole in the middle there. Not good. Unless he's purposely going back to get somebody. That did not go well for Tommy. Hey, you can call me the dirtiest broadcaster in the game. Kind of like they called Ric Flair the dirtiest player in the game. Woo. Anyways. All right. Tommy Ryan going to... Ooh, you see, I saw his hands moving in there. Oh, you can tell when they're making contact. Oh, don't do this to me again. Guy Snyder down there in the bottom of the 27 car. You got the 03 of... Oh, that's actually Elliot Henderson. I'm seeing that 03. That's actually the 25 Elliot Henderson there in the middle there in that grit car. Too many 03s on the screen. As they are 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 all the way out here. Basically, my ticker program keeps wigging out every time we get a caution, which is not cool. 5 laps to go with Mark Allen leading this thing. That's what I can do for now. This will actually help me out. I am going to shut Discord off right now because I'm not talking to anybody really right now. That'll help this computer out a lot. For some reason Discord eats this program, or the computer, up a good amount as Mark Allen leads this thing. With the Ryan brothers second and third, one there in the middle, one on the outside. What is there, 18, 19, 20 cars in this pack? All the way back, I see the 22 of Jason Branch in this pack. Can they run this whole thing? Let's see. Mark Allen leads that lap. Come on, program. Work with me now. As they come back to complete lap 47, we'll have 3 laps to go. And that time by Jeff Ryan, the pole sitter, back to the front and leading. Oh, got close there with Mark Allen. That would have been ugly. Guess I just don't understand why this is happening again. As they come off turn number 4, Jeff Ryan gonna have 2 laps to go in the stage. He's got Guy Snyder there with him, both the Ryans. As I mentioned, there's Danny Rogers back there. He was involved in the first caution tonight there in that number 9. And there's Tommy going to jump up to the high side with Scott. He's got Roger Rios Matias. Casey Duncan's up there. You got Justin Gann. Oh, contact! Jeff Ryan goes around down at the bottom of the track as they complete, or actually they're coming to the final stage, and there's the caution. And I think iRacing is putting Tommy Ryan up in the front right now. And if so, he is going to win stage number 2. So there's Tommy Ryan taking what would be the green and white checker flag to win stage 2. I will be right back in 2 seconds. I'm going to make one adjustment here and see if I can fix this issue. I apologize again for the inconvenience. I'll be right back. All right, back we are. And hopefully we continue to get this stuff worked on. But real quickly, to get the stuff taken care of here, want to make sure you guys know this is another caution, of course, brought to you by Superior Templating. Superior Templating caution flag brought out there. And also should mention we did also have a Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog Award, and I will get you that driver here shortly. I want to say it was Chris White who got that the Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog Award. So there were pit stops obviously at the end of the stage here. Tommy Ryan did get the stage win. Elliot Henderson is going to be the leader of the race as we come back to the restart here. And again, ignore the cautions, but I believe I've gotten what issues needed fixed. I turned down some graphics and things like that as I continue to work on this. And then once I get this to be smoothed out, we'll be fine until, again, I get new stuff updated into my computer. So I appreciate everybody's patience with me. You missed a wreck, Ryan. Where'd you go? So Tommy Ryan, Elliot Henderson, Mark Allen, Avery Wilson, Kenny McCullough going to be the top 5 as we come back to the green flag here at lap number 54. So the stages are now over with. And I should mention really quickly, let me get this out of the way too. Congratulations, Tommy Ryan, the DXP Enterprises stage winner, winning stage number 2 there, and he will restart there on the pole as we come back to the green flag. We will have 26 laps to go. Look at all the cars single file back there. I think this might turn into a little bit of a fuel mileage race here. And Tommy on the pedal. Here we go. Tommy takes the lead, and right away, Elliot Henderson going to drop to the bottom and move Tommy back. And a very spread out restart here. See how it all cycles out when it's all over with. Henderson to the front, Elliot Henderson, Avery Wilson. Kenny McCullough is going to go up to 3rd now. He's going to bring the 46 of Tom Croring, but then that outside line starting to get lined up now with Tommy Ryan, Mark Allen, Donald Stewart, Austin Hills joining the picture also. Two races to go after tonight in the JMP Transport, in the JM Transport Clash Series. So this might be the restart these guys up here wanted, because we're getting spread out field now. So we've got a pack of about 10, then a pack of 3, then another pack of 4 or 5 that are trying to grow up to 7 if Branch and Casey Duncan can get up here. And then you got another pack of cars here. So this is really getting spread out now. But the draft here is so strong as Tommy Ryan goes to the front with 25 to go. Anything can happen. Now, that last caution, I should mention real quickly, Ron Schutte took the blame for that wreck coming down on the 47 and a few others in that incident. So that time by Henderson led that lap. So as I mentioned, every time a lap goes down and the laps to go, number shrinks, the action gets more and more intense. Should mention some changes in scheduling for this week. Next week's Truck Series race, Misfit Media Truck Series race, scheduled for Friday night, that has been moved a week back because this weekend coming up is going to be the running of the 24 at Daytona for iRacing. A lot of these guys are going to be running it. I'm going to be running it myself, and it's probably a good thing because I'm actually on a team running Friday night. So I'll actually be able to just be right there at the start of the race and run with those guys throughout Friday night into Saturday. But that is going to be a fun race. It'll be like my 5th or 6th attempt, I think, at the iRacing 24. And a lot of these guys are going to be running in that race. So the Friday night Misfit Media Truck Series race will not be this Friday, but next Friday night. And this coming Sunday night, we will be at the Iowa Speed, or tonight is Sunday. I don't know. Anyways, and I believe the Sunday night Iowa race is also back a week. I'll check on that one for details. I'm sure Lauren's listening and will correct me in about 10.5 seconds. So as you see, the pack is starting to come back together here. You got about 12 here in this front pack, and then another 5 cars coming up from behind. That pack being led back there by, I think that's Lon Schutte. There's Ron. Don't you love it when Scott Wise is listening to me while streaming and driving at one time, and he's running in the, where's Scott, 25th position back there? Tells me, yes, we did push everything back a week. So Sunday night, next week, there will be no Iowa race either. I'll be pushed back a week. And this is my chance, I guess, if I want to talk some trash about Scott, I could. And he really couldn't do much about it to me. Other than maybe fire me, I guess. But, you know, it wouldn't be the first time I've ever been fired in media in life. Maybe I bring Lauren on the air here and let her talk trash about Scott. That'd be kind of funny, too. They always say don't drink and drive. Don't stream and race either. $37. Look at Louis Berkowitz joining the. I haven't said his name all night. That purple, blue, and white number 37. Lauren just come on the microphone and says, I can talk trash all day long. That's awesome. We have a good time here. Across the line, Ryan leads that lap over Avery. 20 laps to go. And again, if one of the top 8 in the playoffs win this race, they go to the final race of the season. And will race for the championship. As this pack is now grown out to 19 cars. And then you got about 7 seconds back to this pack of drivers. Jeremy Brooks, Jordan Berry, Max Williams, Scott Wise, Jacob Manning's in here. Jacob Williams, Chris White, and Corbin Simmons, the 022, the last car in this pack. Safe to say they might be in the safest position when this thing's over with back there. Lynn McCullough watching tonight. Appreciate Lynn. I assume this is either Kenny's mom or wife or sister or aunt. I guess that would be the 4 main options here. Cooperate with me. They come out of turn 4, 18 laps to go. Getting tighter up there in the front. One car, Kratky is bailed out up there on that top side. He's been pretty much doing that all night, where the pack starts to form up. He'll just bail out and go to the back of this pack and just kind of ride there. As Austin Hill in that 16. We actually have a 4X line basically there on that outside. You got the 30 car of Justin Gann. You got the 9 of Danny Rogers, the 16 of Austin Hill. And I think there's some miscommunication there, because Danny went high and Austin went up there, and all of a sudden Danny went back to the middle. But Anthony Key's also in there. Jason Branch and Casey Donkin. Yes, the 4X guys have about 62 cars in this race. But the Unacceptable Motorsports team up there leading right now with Tommy Ryan. And here comes Austin. with help from Justin Gann there on the outside. 3 wide. Oh, and Austin gets turned in front of the lead. The 18's involved. I hate when my screen does this. And a lot of other cars involved. We'll have to get a replay, but Tommy Ryan also involved in this accident. There's Tommy back there. I don't see much damage on the 6. Oh, then my right front's destroyed. Oh, wow, that car's really destroyed actually now. Let's see if we can get a replay of this. All right, so let's see here. Oh, okay, yep, Tommy had a good run. Austin just misjudged it. Unfortunately, Austin just misjudged it, Tommy, and it's just a big wreck. Unfortunately, a lot of cars involved. Justin Gann, there's Austin down there in the bottom of the wall. And this is pretty much who made it out. Again, my apologies for the computer stuff tonight. This is kind of disappointing on my end. You know, there are good nights and some, fortunately, are bad nights. But caution comes out again. Another Lucky Dog award. We'll have to see who gets that. But that, of course, is going to... Now my phone's even freaking out on me. Snyder Fuels and Lubricants Lucky Dog award. Not sure who got that one. But Snyder Fuels and Lubricants, of course, Lucky Dog award going to the first driver a lap down. And again, I didn't see who that was, unfortunately. Caution-wise, of course, that is our, I believe that's the 6th superior templating caution of the evening, with Justin Gann leading, Donald Stewart second, Anthony Keys in third, Guy Snyder and Casey Duncan your top 5. Oh, wrong button. So just talking with Lauren here for a second. Apparently the spotter said he was clear on Austin's car, but it was just Tommy got such a good run that you know, nothing that could be done there. Unfortunately, the move was made and the wreck happened. All right, so we are going to get a restart here with 13 laps to go. So it's looking here. It looks like we have about 27 cars still on track. You got 26 on the lead lap. And who can work their way in to the championship four in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, make that now. As got Casey Duncan up here in fourth. He's one of those 8 drivers with a chance still. Max Williams there in at 52, the Coca-Cola Georgia Tech car. He's one of the all the cars you see with the blue spoiler and bumper, or splitter, I should say, have that chance. But Justin Gann going to lead him back to the green here. 13 laps to go at Talladega Super Speedway. Donald Stewart going to work that high line with help from Casey Duncan. The one car of David Evans. He is one of those Elite 8. We haven't said his name all night. He has just rode in the back and now has the track position. Guy Snyder down there in the 27 on the bottom. And those are teammates there working with each other. Well, was Anthony Keys at the bottom. Contact. Mark Allen goes spinning to the inside. Mark with help from Jacobs Williams. They go around, no caution as they spun off the track. We stay green. Here comes Berkowitz was going for the lead there for a second. Now, Keys is not a chase driver there in that 14, but he wants to spoil the party, which, of course, anybody can do. Scott Wise coming up the middle in the 31. Here comes Avery Wilson at 18 with Tommy Ryan there behind him, working their way back up after that wreck. Austin Hill's back there still with a chance. The chances to win that CopBlue.com 212. Really starting to get formed up now. 11 laps to go. Trying to get themselves set up in position to make that move for the win tonight. Who can do it? So as I mentioned, 2 weeks 2 weeks from tonight, the Cornfield 150 at Iowa, and then Texas Motor Speedway going to be the finale for this series. As all the leaders are wrecking the big one. Gann's involved, amongst others. Louis Berkowitz involved. Guy Snyder. A lot of chase drivers are in this. Donald Stewart gets a piece. Casey Duncan. See if I can go find where this started. Let's see what all transpires here. Oh, it looks like a push gone bad. Kenny gets to the left rear of KC and turns him down into the 10, the 03. I think Austin Hill's going to get a piece, maybe. He's got some rear damage on the car. Oh, that was big. And some front end damage too. Oh yeah, that took out a bunch of trucks or cars. Let's go on board. Let's go on board with Austin. Jeff Ryan involved. So a big wreck here is, let's see who else we might be able to go on board with here. Ron Schutte with no front end on that car. Let's this is on board with Guy Snyder here. One of the chase drivers going for the championship. It's going to happen right above him. Nowhere to go. Well, there you go. So a lot of cars going to be out after this one, I think. So now we're getting down to surviving as we're going to get the green here with less than 5 laps to go, or actually probably close to 5 laps to go here. Just looking to see who was all on track still. Got Austin Hill on pit road, Roger Rios Matias on pit road, Snyder still in, Corbin Williams still in. A lot of these cars going to be damaged and out of contention unless they had a reset left. So I have heard through reporters, which I'm the only one, I just hear through my headset. Casey Duncan did have a reset, so he's got a brand new number 17 car out there to use. And you see, who's that, Ron Schutte up there? That looks like a modified. So we will go back to green here. Should get one to go this time by, so 6 laps to go with Anthony Keys leading Scott Wise. Ron Schutte apparently is listening and streaming at the same time, or racing and streaming. I think Lauren just put the wreck in best words. Kenny McCullough pushes the 17 and catches him in the wrong spot, sending him and the majority of the field sailing. That's a good way to explain that wreck to me through chat. Which starting to kind of question me now. We got 13 viewers. How many of these viewers are actually in the race? So I really don't have any viewers. I just have racers watching themselves. Makes me wonder. It's 13, now 14. So 1 in every 7 right now are on track, apparently. All right, pace car going to pull off, and we'll go back racing with 6 laps to go. I should just start screaming random things just to be like confusing all the drivers who are watching. All right, here we go. So look at this. You got the 31 of Scott Wise, that Dale Earnhardt 2000 Talladega winner, up there on the outside of row 1. Can he actually put this car in victory lane just like Dale did in October of 2000? Justin Gann jumping out of line. He's got damage on that 30, I believe. And look on the outside. 3rd car in line. That is Elliot Henderson there in the 03 on screen. 25 you might see on the ticker. Jason Branch up there in the 22. If his internet cooperates with him for about 6 laps, he has a chance to win this thing. Ooh, getting tight. This pack's really going to start to grow now. 5 laps to go. I think what it is, these drivers like listening to my beautiful voice. I think that's what it comes down to. I'm going to start singing, I think, here in a second. You want to see the big wreck happen? Watch me start singing. They'll talk about a true broadcaster's jinx at that point. 4 laps to go. Tommy Ryan going to the front. How about this guy right here in the 8th position? Started all the way back in the 31st position, and that being Jeremy Brooks, the Canadian driver here in the 53. Following behind David Evans here. He's got a shot to win at Talladega. If you're on the lead lap, unless you're in a modified, you have a shot to win. Judy. Tommy Ryan clears to the lead. Avery Wilson there behind him. Elliot Henderson looking to be the only winner so far in the chase. Oh, they're getting loose there up in the front. Who is that had his hands and feet on the wheel? The 62 Oh my gosh, that could have been bad. Jacob Manning, who's actually a lap down in the middle of that pack, almost lost her. And the 3 back there of Jeff Ryan almost went with him. Or is that the 63? I'm sorry. That's Kempf, actually. I'm sorry. Not they all look alike. Manning. 2 laps to go. Will they make it back to the white flag? Well, they will. It just might not be on this lap. Sorry, Shooty actually said something funny for once. All right, here we go. White flag coming out. Final lap of the CopBlue.com 212. Avery Wilson going to dive to the bottom. He's going to make his move. Jordan Berry up here in the 51. Guy Snyder's up here going for the win. Oh, up in the wall. Goes to 63 of Kemp. 2 cars sliding down in the infield. My screen's going nuts. Go figure. And a big wreck up in the front. Jordan Berry was spinning along with the 3 of Jeff Ryan. Coming to the checkered flag. Avery Wilson leads. Scott Wise getting a push from Tommy Ryan. Anthony King's down there pushing Avery. Here comes Scott Wise in the outside lane. The Earnhardt car goes back to victory lane with Scott Wise. Using the momentum from Tommy Ryan to get the win. And Scott Wise has his first win of the season in the JM Transport Clash Series. I'm going to see if I can get the replay here, but unfortunately things are just not cooperating with me tonight. See if I can make this happen somehow. There's the couple contact. Who's that? Okay, Branch goes to the infield with another car, and then that's when everything goes nuts, and then the wreck happens out in front. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get much of this. Branch, or let's see, 51 Jordan Berry's involved. The 22 is in it. Something happens up near Jordan Berry. Casey Duncan goes around. And then the race to the finish from there. We'll let you see that again coming to the finish. But Wise back there in the 3rd position at the moment. Comes down off of turn 4. Gets the push from Ryan. I'll be there in a second. And all you see, Avery gets Anthony trying to make a move on him there, and that's what allows Scott to get the win here. So give me a second, and I'll be right there. But I'm going to go blank here on the screen for a second. We'll put the sponsor up real quickly, and I'll come right back, and I'm going to open up Discord and stuff like that so I can talk to the drivers. So I'll be right back here in 2 seconds. So Scott Wise out there cutting donuts right now on track as he has won the CopBlue.com 212 here at Talladega Super Speedway. Scott scoring his first win of the season, driving the old classic Dale Earnhardt 2000 paint scheme. Congratulations to him as we bring him up here into the booth as he's continuing to cut those donuts. Now, Dale didn't cut those donuts in 2000, but you definitely had that car looking a little Dale-ish there towards the end with help from Tommy Ryan. Scott, congratulations on your win tonight, your first of the season. You picked a good time to go get that win. Uh-oh. I'm not hearing Scott.
But definitely appreciate the push that I got from Tommy. The racing tonight was awesome. It was good to see three wide racing all night. Just hell of a race.
Yeah, the beginning of the race especially. The first 25 laps of that race, I mean, we saw 2, 3, 4 wide action. Everybody keeping it clean out there on the track tonight. It was just a lot of fun. I mean, you were in the middle of it. Talk about what you were seeing.
I was seeing a lot of aggressive drivers, especially when we were coming down to the stage points. A lot of people jockeying for position, but everybody kept it straight. Everybody kept it clean. Got what we could get. It was just awesome. Had one scary moment right at the end. I just kind of had a tornado of cars going around me. Me and Tommy were just talking about that right after it happened. It's like, how big of a Code Brown moment did you just have there? He's like, I needed an EKG after that one.
Well, let's talk about the story with the paint schemes. You kind of mentioned it to me off the air. I think it was Friday when you showed off your Chance 2 Motorsports paint that you had for your truck. How do you pick your paint schemes for what you're running that night?
Well, I typically theme my cars after the Richard Childress cars and the Dale Earnhardt Incorporated cars. That's where most of my
There's
cars
a wall
are
there.
themed. But for tonight, it's Talladega, Earnhardt Country. I painted this car up about 6 months ago to commemorate his final victory of his career, and it feels good to get it back in victory lane again.
Well, Scott, fantastic job tonight in this race. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to move you into the championship 4, though I'm sure you wish it did. But at least you get to bulk that chest out and say, hey, I won Talladega, and you can say that to Lauren all night, too.
Yep, absolutely. Doesn't get me into the championship 4, but it gives me a good boost up the overall standings, and hopefully we can keep that going at Iowa in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely. Send shout out to whoever you want to, bud.
Just want to thank my teammates. Roger was running good with me all night. All the broadcasters, admins, staff that we got on board, all the sponsors that came on board with us this year. We're hoping to renew their contracts for next season. This is just awesome. I'm gonna enjoy it tonight.
There you go. Go enjoy yourself, Scott, and have a good rest of your week here. Good luck into 24 next week. I'm sure we'll be communicating with each other throughout because we're both running it, maybe in the same split. Who knows? That'd be kind of cool. But nice job out there, and congratulations, sir. So Scott Wise going to victory lane here this evening as we'll bring down Tommy Ryan, the man that pushed him to the victory tonight. Tommy, another race here that you have come close to going to victory lane, and we get to talk up here, but obviously it wouldn't be a race without adversity, huh? Uh-oh. Hang on, had this issue again. Hang on one second, Tommy. Let me, some reason this is happening to me tonight. Tommy, you got me? I don't have Tommy. Why is this happening? Let's try one more time. Tommy, you got me? All right, give me 1 second. We're going to work on this. Some reason when this is the same stuff that was happening to me before. No, still no Tommy. We had Scott, no problem, but now Tommy comes in here and there's issues. Like I said, adversity with Tommy. Happens every time, I guess. And Tommy's still trying to talk to me, that poor guy. We're all trying different things here. Let's see if Tommy comes back. All right, hang on one second, guys. We're working on this one, figuring out why all of a sudden I have no issues. My microphone's being heard, but yet I'm not hearing anything out of my headset. My headset's connected to the stream. That's why you guys can't hear anything. And I'm not sure what the deal is. Let's try this again. Tommy, you got me?
Yeah, you got
There
me?
he is. Here we are. I don't know what's going on. Some reason when my computer starts having these issues, it's the little dumbest things that I continue to try to fix. But here we are. We, as I talked about again, adversity seems to be your word of the night again, as unfortunately you were involved with a little bit of a misjudgment by Austin Hill and involved in a pretty big wreck there, and you worked your way back up through the field with that reset and got yourself a P2.
Yeah, it was, you know, I know Austin thought it was going to be close when he came down, but obviously it wasn't clear. And thank God for the reset in this track. But you know, I got really, really lucky in the second big one that was right up near the lead, which put me in third place. And I really thought that Avery was going to push me there at the end, but he hung me out, man, and I had no choice but to push Scott and try to get back to at least second, which I did. But you know, my teammates were trying to fight back up there. My brother Jeff and Mark Allen were trying to get me to a win here. But overall, man, a success. And like I told you last week, man, when you get the Dega or any of these plate tracks, man, it is really a crapshoot. And you just got to put yourself in position to, you know, your whole finishing order is going to be dependent on everyone else around you. And you saw on the last lap, man, they were pushing and shoving. I got shoved out of the middle lane. Luckily, I got back to the middle lane and a bunch of calamity behind me, and here we are with the podium finish. So I will take it.
Yeah, you definitely did your part, and you entered tonight with a 12-point lead over Elliot Henderson and Avery Wilson. Now, Avery finished right behind you, so you have about, 15 or so points, depending on bonus points and things like that on him. And then depending on where everyone else kind of finished in this race, it looks like you got what you needed to get through Talladega, and now you go to Iowa pretty much just needing a good solid run. And if that happens tonight, you're looking at making it to the championship 4.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I don't get in caught up in some, I don't even want to talk about
it. Unlucky stuff.
Yes, and Elliot's. I mean, he's going to be quick. He knows how to keep tires on that car, and he's going to be there at the end. And it's really going to come down to, you know, just a few of us. And like I said, I mean, he could run into some of the biggest misfortunes that I've battled all season. So when we get to the big dance at Texas, man, it's going to be on. And that place is tough. You know, that new configuration, man, you've got to understand what you need to do to keep the tires on it and keep speed in it.
Well, you did what you had to do tonight at Talladega. Crowd was excited. Let's talk real quickly before I get you shout-outs. At the beginning of that race, I brought it up to Scott. You guys, for 25 straight laps, I mean, you were up in the front part of it, but just great 2, 3, 4 wide racing. It looked like the real life at Talladega.
Oh yeah, man, I was pretty impressed with the guys in here, man. We were it was pretty tight, no doubt about it. And you know, it's just communication within the teams. You know, everybody's in their channel and talking to each other about what's going on, and that's really what happens. I was really hoping for a 60% fuel cell as what we have been running. That I think with a green flag stop, it would have just put a new dynamic into this race. But obviously, you saw what happens, man, with coming up on, you know, the first stint or the first stage with 25. Everybody's just bumper humping like crazy, and you get what you get right there, what we saw. And, you know, but hey, it's Scott and Lauren's show, so they do things they want to, and we just get behind the wheel and do what we do.
There you go. Well, nice job, Tommy. Send shout out to whoever you want to, bud.
Absolutely, man. Northern Tool and Equipment, Coastal Safety Auditors, Patriot Fire. My teammates, Jeff Ryan and Mark Allen, for helping me keep in the front. We were kind of controlling the lanes there and doing our duty. And then, man, thanks for you for obviously, again, making us famous one more week, and look forward to it again on Friday night, man.
Absolutely. Well, not this Friday because we get the week off now because of the iRacing 24, so you get to wait 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. And I'll be piloting the Patriot Fire Northern Tool CSA C8 Corvette.
Ah.
So Hopefully, man, are you racing in that?
I am actually. I'm going to be in the 0217er, so I'm going to be going really fast.
Oh, well, man, that'll be awesome if we're in the same split. You can make me famous in there as well.
Well, I don't know if I'll be streaming that because, as you see, I got some issues I got to work on, and if I can get those fixed, then maybe. You never know.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Chris, it's always awesome to talk to you, man.
Yeah, you too, Tommy. Appreciate your time, buddy. Be safe. Tommy Ryan finishing in the second position tonight, and that leaves us the guy who finished third. And let's see if everything cooperates with this time. Avery, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Avery cooperates. Well, not you cooperate. You always cooperate with me. But my stream cooperated with me here for this deal. Avery, third place finish for you tonight. Let's talk about your race. You were involved in a couple of deals tonight, but you were able to fight back and get a top three.
Yeah, I'm thankful that I was able to actually finish that thing without being destroyed by way of the quick repair. You know, I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I'm just glad I had a good run with that because I need to finish at least top 5 in order to catch Tommy. You know, I got to do something.
Right. Well, talk about the racing out there. It was obviously wild. There was, some fantastic racing at times, and of course, at the end, everybody buckled down, and you had your share of wrecks and everything, and you made it through.
Yeah, I was surprised how clean the race was in the last 5 laps or whatever it was we ran because I expected a lot more people would be taken. You know, I thought the third line would be coming in a lot stronger than it did, but yeah, it worked out for us. So good run for everyone that was in the top 5 or whatever.
So basically, it sets up for you now where pretty much all you're going to need is a good finish at Iowa, and you should be good to go on your way to the Championship 4.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good track for me. I ran pretty well last time I was there, so hopefully I can get another top 5. I just got to figure out how to get a win. I mean, hopefully I can get a win sometime in this chase before it's too late.
That time will come because you definitely got the talent to do it. Avery, send a shout out to everyone too, bud.
Yeah, Scott, good win to him, and Lauren, both of those, both of them run in the league pretty well, and all the sponsors, JM Trucking or whatever it's called. I forget
JM
what
Transport.
It's called.
I got your back.
JM Transport. All those guys, and you for the broadcast as usual.
Absolutely, Avery. Nice job this evening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks in Iowa.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, buddy. You too. Avery Wilson joining us this evening, and again, I appreciate everybody's patience with me tonight as we work through the couple issues we had. And I, as I say to every broadcast, when I have these kind of issues come up, because trust me, they do happen at times, I continue to work as hard as I can behind the scenes to get this all done. And I do apologize to everybody. Trust me, there's a good part of me that's disappointed tonight with what has happened on the stream because I'm a perfectionist that tries my best to get everything perfect for everybody to enjoy so you guys can do stuff. So with that being said, I'm gonna go work on that, and you guys appreciate everybody watching Talladega tonight. What was a wild, expected to be just like this kind of race, and that's exactly what it did. It was wild, and hopefully you enjoyed the show. So with that being said, we're going to take off. Next time you'll see us on the air for the Blown Piston Racing League. We'll be in 2 weeks now with the announcement. The Misfit Media Truck Series will be a week from Friday. We will be at Michigan Speedway, again with the iRacing 24-hour race coming up here on Friday and Saturday. They've decided to push everything back a week to allow all the drivers to drive in that race, so including myself. So I'll actually probably be racing Friday night at that time in the car and so on and so forth. So if I can stream it, I will, but I can't promise anything right now. Also, tomorrow night we'll be on the air for the TI Racing Grublets on Ice IndyCar Series from Auto Club Speedway. So that should be a pretty fun and fast show there, so make sure you come join us for that. And until then, as I always like to say, this isn't just a game, it's iRacing. See ya!